Here we go. But anyway, no. So rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, Terry Gene Bollea. Sir, I know you. Hulk Hogan is not your Mr. Peter Wesley. Welcome back, but I know Hulk Hogan is not your goat. I know your goat. We actually had this conversation last night of
We did, we
who
did.
was the Michael Jordan of professional wrestling, and to me, I said the Michael Jordan of professional wrestling was Hulk Hogan, and to
And it
you,
definitely is. It definitely is.
but with his untimely passing, even though he wasn't a guy, but and I feel like it hits different coming from black men because we know how Terry Gene Bollea would look at us as people. Um, but how do you feel about what is your fondest memories of the character of Hulk Hogan?
I think so. My brothers who put me on to wrestling, and so early '90s. I think as a toddler, that was like the only wrestler I knew.
Yeah,
So that was he automatically, even just coming in, was a big guy. Now when actually started watching wrestling, sorry, my voice is weird. I'm hearing myself echo, and I'm trying to race myself. But but when I first started like actively like watching wrestling on my own, NWO was everything. I'm talking like it just I think the stars just aligned when I was like watching WWF. Sean was in the main event, and then WCW Nash and Hall was looking for the third guy.
yeah.
And so it just perfectly aligned when I just so happened to start watching. So NWO Hollywood Hogan is one of my favorites because he was just cool. Um, and I know Golden Age Hogan is the Michael Jordan. He's everything. But for me personally, Hogan talking shit on Monday nights is some of my favorites.
I can definitely see that. I know for myself personally as a kid, Golden Era Hogan was my guy because I started watching wrestling. I would think in '85. So in that, you got to think '85 Hogan was still WWF champion. '88 he slammed Andre. so that was it. Hogan was the man. The cartoon was going on and everything. But when he became Hollywood, because most people turned their back on Hogan, I never stopped turning my back on Hogan. I watched Thunder in Paradise every week. Um, you
Wait a
know,
minute. So when what years did that show air?
Thunder in Paradise, I think it was 94, 93, 94 ish. Before he signed WCW, but he was still in, Thunder in Paradise was still shot down there at Disney in Orlando, and so was WCW because Center Stage was down. Well, not Center Stage, but anyway, where TNA used to do their tapings at was WCW did WCW's tapings too.
Which
So
those summer episodes of Nitro, some of my favorite sets.
I love those summer episodes of Nitro because they were always
Yeah,
crazy. I
yeah,
like that outside feel. Like
yeah.
wrestling. Wrestling needs that. I think WWE does too much, and AEW. They want to have everything too. That it looks too uniform. Granted, I give AEW some credit with what they've been doing the past few weeks in Chicago because it looks a little bit different, but it still looks uniform compared to that.
I also feel like that's kind of out of necessity.
Oh yeah,
Uh, but I feel like WWE is such a big company that like there's a time and place for everything. Like every show doesn't have to be at the biggest arena in the city.
very true,
Like
very true.
I like the old school Raw episodes. I feel like they haven't done one of those in a minute. Um,
Oh yeah, when they would be in the
yeah,
smaller
I like it. Like
theater
it's
when they would do
yeah.
theaters. Yeah, it looks more intimate. I would love an intimate and I would love like one at a park, like legitimately, like if they just got waterfront park, and we had an AEW Dynamite or WCW or WWF, whatever NXT.
Yeah.
I would love to see something in the middle of a park, and I would love to go to see it.
Which is crazy. I didn't know anything about it. You might have the White Castle on Market.
With
Apparently, OVW
OVW.
shot something couple of days ago. I had
Yeah,
no idea.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Is that the White Castle you just went to?
No, no. I was thinking about going to that one, but I went to one on Broadway.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering. Just wondering.
I do like that one though.
I haven't been to that White Castle in a good 10 years. I'm not gonna even lie.
The one in general, or just that one?
No, to one in general, it's been about 6 or 7, but to that one and that one, it's been about
Okay.
10. If I go fast food, it's not White Castle.
You got a strict diet going on, or just not
No,
thinking
well,
about White Castle?
no, I mean, if I do go with fast food, it's just I do Chick-fil-A, but diet, of
Okay,
course, you know.
okay,
But yeah, I'm on a diet right now anyway. Yeah, gotta
okay, cool.
gotta gotta at least get lean enough so I can do a powerlifting meet, brother. But
Oh, that's what's up.
but as I stated earlier, I also go to the gym that Hulk Hogan used to go to when he would come to Louisville. So it's all about
The same
Hulkamania
spot
now.
you said you seen a few other like wrestlers at.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the same
Well,
one.
no,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
Like Megan Bain and some of the younger people like Gates of Agony, they would go to the. You remember there used to be an Esporta
Yeah.
out Shelbyville Road by the mall.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's where they would go.
Okay.
But my second gym after, because my first gym was the Y, the second gym is the gym by my house, which is the gym in Mid City Mall, which is Mid City Barbell. They have Hulk Hogan used to go there. Him and Mike Tyson both trained there at least once.
I've heard a few people talk about that gym. I've never seen it.
You've been in the
And
building,
I
but you've never seen
and
it.
I yeah, and I've been in Mississippi Mall plenty of times. Is
You just
it
need to go.
is it like downstairs, like where
It's in the basement,
okay.
right across from the nearly new shop. So
See, I
you
thought
know,
that was the only thing down there.
no, no, no. There's that. There used to be a paint and sip down there next to the gym, but
Oh,
that
really?
went down. Yeah.
Ooh.
But that rule that closed. It only lasted maybe about 6 months. But it's nearly new shop. There's a law. There's a lawyer, and there's the gym. I
What's the
think we
membership looking
lost
like?
Peter, but Peter has given. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Am I still there?
It's having some technical difficulty here, sir.
Oh, hold on. I didn't came in the building. Let me see if I can connect to the Wi-Fi.
While Peter is working it out, because he's breaking up at this moment in time. This is about Hulkamania. This is about Hulk Hogan, the biggest icon. Peter is now black. His screen is not appearing at all. But the Hulkster has done a great thing for professional wrestling. And I hope that when he gets laid to rest and it's all said and done, people will not talk about the racism, not talk about the craziness that Terry Eugene Bollea had in his life. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
It's
But
crazy. I could hear everything while all
yeah.
that was going on.
I figured you could, but that's just how it is when with this when it messes up. You can hear everything, but the other people can't hear you. We've been through it with Shaw.
Oh yeah, that is true.
We've been
So I've
through
been
it.
going through soon as news came out, looking, and like there's a couple uh black wrestling groups I follow on Facebook, people, like content creators. It seems like everyone within our ethnic group is conflicted feelings.
I can see that. I see why you can be conflicted because when I first heard it, when I saw the tape, not because I wanted to see Hogan's ding ling, but I saw the tape just because it was Hogan and it came out. But I watched the tape because of what everybody said he said at the end, and did it hurt my feelings? Yeah. Um, my whole childhood, my mother, who worked, spent a lot of her money, and my grandmother and my great grandmother, they all spent a lot of their money when it pertained to me to Hulk Hogan, to wrestling, whether it was going to wrestling, whether it was hey, I want to get this belt. I want to get this shirt. I want to wear a Hogan shirt. I want Hogan toys. I want the workout, the workout
He
tape.
had a workout tape.
Yeah, he had a workout tape, and it came with dumbbells and all this other stuff, and a Hogan shirt. I had a giant Hogan toy up to my knee as a child. There was things that I had.
Mm.
Um, that I bought the Royal Rumble video game twice. I had my mother buy it twice because the Genesis version had Hulk Hogan on there, and that was the first time you could do a finisher on the console. So I needed to do the Hogan leg drop, right? So I can understand. So it was hurtful because of the people that I'd love in my personal life. I had them spend money on a man that would hate all of us as people because we're black. No other reason, just because we're black and he thought he was better than us. Um, but I had to put that aside. How many times did I watch Hulk Hogan and did he take me out of whatever I was going through in my life? Whether it was him hulking up against Randy Savage, Hogan versus The Rock, I still get tears in my eyes when I watch that match. Hogan versus Warrior, that was my house divided because my mother was a strong Ultimate Warrior fan and thought that Hulk Hogan was outdated. But to me, Hulk Hogan would never become outdated because he to me he was wrestling. There was even a point in my life when I said I wasn't going to stop. I was going to stop watching wrestling when Hogan retired. When Hogan retires, I'm done. That didn't happen, obviously, because I watch wrestling on a consistent basis. But I can still say when I think about wrestling, I think about Hulk Hogan. And I don't see that changing. When I have Alzheimer's, I'm probably still going to remember Hulk Hogan. I can say that I've had
At least not speak that into existence.
when me having Alzheimer's. I don't want it, brother. But I try to take my creatine and my mental health gummies every day, brother. But hey, the world might have other ideas in play. But I can say this: Hulk Hogan to me is wrestling. Um, he's not wrestling now, and just as many people that want to be wrestlers because of Shawn Michaels, every big man and most black men around about my age, you wanted to be a wrestler because you wanted to slam people, leg drop, and flex on them. And there's only one person who did that, and that was Hollywood. You know,
That's totally understandable.
the baby hairs are laying down. You look good, boss.
I'm in front of the camera.
I I hope you ain't looking on the camera when you performing in your shows, boss, because then you can't be doing.
no, no, but it's in my head though.
Okay, well,
It's yeah.
you always gotta look a certain way. I ain't mad at you. I get it. You are a performer. You are a performer. You should be on stage yourself.
So it's funny because we just talked about this about Tessa Blanchard, and when I
Hmm.
was saying she can't just hide in Mexico.
Yeah,
And I feel like it's the same result is with the Hogan. He time went away. He's just like he came and cut that promo, and he's like, we've been through bad things, and the people was kind of like, yeah, we still in them.
we still in the bad things, bro. I feel like with Hogan, it's different. Um, Undertaker can be a Republican. We kind of expect that.
Yeah.
But Undertaker didn't. Undertaker's best friend is the Godfather, so he's not running around saying nigger, nigger, nigger. You know what I'm saying? He's not saying, "Oh, I'm better than Charles Wright," because Charles would probably beat him to death. But Charles wouldn't be his friend. He can't hang. You can't hang out with Yokozuna, who probably says the N word, who probably said the N word just as much as the rest of
Oh,
his family
definitely.
does.
Oh, definitely.
Um, so the Undertaker is different. You never heard about Hogan hanging out with anybody black other than Rodman. And Rodman's Rodman. We don't even claim Rodman as people. you know. You know.
Who also is in similar, as far as similar political
As
ideology as
beliefs,
Hogan.
yes, yes, yes. He pretty much he's a strong Trump supporter, which to me just means you're rich and you know that he's gonna take care of you. Uh,
Yeah.
More so than you being a color. It's you in a different financial tax bracket than me or you. You know what I'm saying? But with
Which I think
Hogan,
that stuff bothered me more than the speech, the tape, because one, it was private,
yeah,
and two, and maybe I'm naive, but I didn't. And it's weird because you can't argue against a direct quote, but I really didn't believe he meant that as far as all people.
I
I think he was get he the heat of the moment and the
He
situation
was
with his
hurt.
daughter.
He was
Yeah,
upset because Brooke was hanging out with local rappers and DJs and letting them bang her. That's you know that's a choice. That's a choice. But I mean, as a
we
father,
only young ones. We only.
we only young ones. But you have a daughter, uh, which I met. You have a lovely daughter. She looks just like you, brother.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
and I have a daughter as well. And my daughter is of dating age, and she does date. Because she's an adult. But as a man, I can see how you would be upset if you just don't like the people that your daughter's dating. Because I just don't like the people. My daughter dated an African man. I didn't say a slang word towards him, but I'm like, brother, I know what you come here for. I know you got like I know what you're here for, brother. You
Are
know.
you? But how can you? Because I'm about to say the same thing about Hogan. But how can you be mad at her for having similar tastes as you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it.
And
I
with Hogan, how could he be mad about that type of stuff? Which I mean, I guess maybe no, we do know some sort of truth where he's got a wild
yeah.
extracurricular life too. So how
Yeah, I
could he
mean,
really?
I mean, I look at it like, yes, it's a double-edged sword. Uh, Maybe we know, but as a dad, I feel like he knew, hey, this is bad. I've done bad shit. I've done lines of coke, and then off of Linda's butt.
Oh, I thought
And
you meant you personally. I was like,
no,
whoa.
him, not me, brother. No, no, never done, never done coke. I'm too poor to get coke. First of all, I wouldn't even waste my money on cocaine. What's wrong with you? But
I've seen a few poor people get
I
involved with it.
so have I. But then they're broke, and then
Yeah, it's
so
bad. That's not
it's like,
good.
yeah, I
Yeah,
did coke. I'm addicted. Now I'm
and you
selling
can't
my
get any
house.
more. Yeah,
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 and
that's
I'm like,
not
oh,
good.
you took a rabbit hole, buddy. Don't please get out. Please get out. But with Hogan, I feel like he did horrible stuff. Warrior talked about him like a dog, and I believe half that stuff that Warrior said about them doing wife swap and all that other stuff. I believe it.
I think it's fair for half because I know
Yeah.
it's some BS mixed into
Oh
it.
yeah. I mean, it's Warriors. It has no choice. But I believe there was some bad stuff. Bret Hart. They all the wrestlers that are alive, which there's
Mhm.
very few now that were alive in that time of the '80s that wrestled in the
Mhm.
'80s and wrestled in the '90s and 2000s, and that's I guess Bret's like the only main one left since Hogan's dead, right? And
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Thank God he's still there.
Did
Uh,
him and what's his name ever make up or no?
who?
Um,
Brett and Goldberg never
Brutus.
did. Oh, Briefcake? No, no.
Because he's
That's it.
talking about him on. Remember the documentary just came out. We watched.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about him in a positive light.
No, they never. His wife doesn't like him, so it isn't that Brutus doesn't like Hogan. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, my wife can't come over. I can't come over your house because you don't want to like my wife,
Mhm.
and my wife doesn't like you because you say a lot of sexual things in front of her, like she's not there.
He can't just tone it down.
Hogan. I mean, I guess when he's with his friends that did the threesomes and the foursomes and the orgies with him, you just want to bring it up all the time because that's your glory days before Viagra was needed, man.
Mm.
You just want to talk about, yeah, Brutus Smith when we ran a train on three of the bitches, and then, you
But
know,
you usually don't talk about that stuff in front of the ladies, though. Like that's just kind of guy code,
I know that, but when you're rich and you're Hogan and
Yeah, I guess when
everybody
people call you
knows,
immortal, I guess there
you're
is no.
immortal, brother. Hey, like I said earlier, before he jumped on, I said Hulkamania will live forever. Um,
And that's true.
and
It definitely.
I don't see it going. I do. I believe that Logan's Paul's will start wearing red and yellow.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, he loved him regardless.
I believe that Becky Hogan will stop because
Oh yeah,
they're gonna
yeah,
stop calling
yeah.
her Becky Hogan. She's gonna stop wearing her red and yellow, which she's been repping the past few times
Which
she's been on.
she's doing that tongue in cheek, but
Yeah,
now it's kind of like she gonna go back to whatever.
just wear your black, baby, because Hollywood is dead now. You know, the real Hogan is dead. You know, and it's a big deal. It should be a big deal in wrestling. I've been looking on WWE.com to see if they've changed. You know, because they put it up, but they have not put up Hulk Hogan. I have
Yeah, last
gotten
time I checked, they hadn't done it yet, but I think they just waiting for the moments, right? Probably talk to a few people, and
I've got everybody that's ever known me has texted me, "I'm sorry, your favorite wrestler is dead." you know,
Mm.
um, I'm talking about people I don't even talk to haven't talked to in years have sent me text messages. Sorry for your loss, like it was a personal family member of mine. But I guess
Which
that just
days days after Ozzy died.
yeah. But hey, icons, icons in wrestling, icons in music. They cross paths because Ozzy's been involved in wrestling for years, and Hogan is wrestling for years. So there we go.
I think at a time like this, these two big deaths back to back, white guys from the '80s probably need therapy right now.
Hey, I liked Ozzy's music and Hogan, and I'm not white. I'm just black from the '80s. Okay, so let's let's not say white guys from the '80s, brother.
Oh,
But
you
no,
was an Ozzy fan too?
I liked Ozzy. I liked Ozzy.
I don't
I
think
li-
I would have knew much about him without the show.
I knew who he was, because Black Sabbath matters. Especially if you go to gym culture. Like if you go to a hardcore gym, you're gonna hear that shit every day. You're gonna hear that shit every day for the rest of your life. At least one Black Sabbath song will play. At least.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I go to
so
the Y, and it's not.
I mean, I used to go to the Y. I used to go to the Y on Second Street all the time. That's where I started working
Okay.
out at. Um, but my workout partner at the time, he didn't feel comfortable going downtown. Um, he felt he was going to be hurt, so we
Okay, so that's funny that and interact connected back with Hogan. My fear when going to the gym was always that it would be like some Hulk Hogan type, like buff type people there. And so it was always insecurity, like I want to look right if I go to the gym. But you go to the gym to look right. So
you go to the gym to
uh
look right. That's it.
so it was weird. But when getting to the Y and it was like, oh man, everybody out here look bad. Well, we good.
Nobody looks strong, but that actually made me not want to go to the Y because I was like, damn, I ain't got nobody to aspire to be.
I see that.
It got bad. It got so bad where I became the person that people inspired to be because I got lean and I got ripped, and they
mm.
were like, oh, and then people were like, hey, can I work out with you? And I was like, this ain't the
And I
place I need
guess
to be.
if I got to that level, then I would feel that way. But starting off, I would. Oh, I feel comfortable now. That everybody else is in the same boat.
No, I get it. I get it. I definitely get it. I can say this for me. Hogan was the first day I came to the gym. I had on a Hogan shirt. It was a yellow one of this shirt. It was this shirt, but it was yellow and it had the Hulkamania in red. But and everybody spoke to me at the Y because they were like, "Oh, cool, you like Hulk Hogan?" That was before the racist stuff happened, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
But Hogan. I think gym culture itself, Hogan helped make it. I didn't. 80s was gym culture in general. You know, you had Arnold Schwarzenegger, Hulk Hogan, and Sylvester Stallone. Everybody was big or in shape. Hogan was just big. Hogan was never in shape. Hogan was just big. In the '80s, he was just like a big blob of tanned muscle, brother.
So when you say that though, you say that about a lot of people like in the gym. Like when I guess when I say that, like they'll like the top looks heavy, but it might be in the best necessary health, and it could be due to different reasons. But uh, like does that matter? I guess in gym culture, or does everybody's like as long as you.
As long as you come, as long as you
No, I
make
mean
it.
like as far as like in discussions, like oh yeah, he looks good. Like is it?
Oh, you got to look proportionate.
Yeah.
You got to look proportionate. You can't skip every leg day, cuz.
Well, because I
Goddamn.
say that because there's guys like we have like Chris Masters and stuff, and nobody said anything else about it. The legs, but the top was phenomenal.
I mean, with wrestlers, most of them were knee pads. If How many wrestlers over here doing quads flexes? We can't really see
Not
you.
many.
We can't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
see your entire legs. Like we knew some wrestlers that didn't train legs. Obviously, Rick Rude never trained legs. He didn't hit them at all, so he wore tights. wore long
I
tights.
never thought about it. I just thought he just liked to.
No, everybody said didn't train legs, and then when you look
Mm.
like Nick Saru's upper body looked amazing.
Yeah,
His
but I guess I just never thought about it. I never assumed his legs looked bad. I just thought he liked the pain.
never trained legs, never trained legs. The only people you knew people like Hercules Hernandez trained legs. You know, Hercules was built head to toe,
Who's that?
immaculate physique. Power and Glory. This might be a tag team a little bit before your time of watching
Okay,
wrestling. But Hercules Hernandez, he used to team with Paul Roma, and he was when he was a heel. But he had one of the most perfect physiques in professional wrestling.
okay.
You know, at the time, like full body. You know, and the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior was a bodybuilding champion, so we knew Warrior trained legs. We knew Warrior trained everything.
Okay.
You know, Hogan trained legs, but they wasn't that big. And if you saw his workout video, he didn't squat correctly. He only kind of partially squatted,
It's
so he
funny
didn't.
because that was where his finisher was.
His leg dropping. That's the reason his back was messed up, brother.
Mm.
He didn't train those. He didn't train that spine, those glutes, stuff
Mm.
like that properly. But you know, I feel like some wrestlers still look good, and they weren't all that big, like Randy Savage. Randy Savage still looked good. He looked athletic. He didn't look muscular until later on when he became Bonesaw. And then it was like, that's not
That was
okay.
phenomenal. His bones so.
He was phenomenal as Bonesaw, but
Yeah, yeah.
that was because he got on gear because he was trying to heal his leg, and his leg was never the same after that.
So it never healed.
Never healed fully. That's the reason.
Mm.
By the time when he was in TNA, we saw that he didn't take his shirt off. He didn't do anything. He finished the match with a punch, not even a flying elbow, not even a double axe handle, a punch.
What match was this?
TNA when he teamed with AJ
Oh, is that
Styles
when he teamed? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's when he had the shirt on, didn't he?
when he had the shirt on. So Savage was in. That should have been Savage Hogan's final match. That would have blew TNA off the water. I think
Well, they had the match. They backstage.
that doesn't count. Nobody got paid for that, brother. That was just two old men mad at each other. You know, and
They
that's
made
one
it
of
seem like Randy was paranoid during that time.
Randy was paranoid his whole life.
He thought they
Randy,
set him up with Hogan. They thought.
no, no, he was just there. I mean, I feel like if there's wrestling in Florida and Hulk Hogan shows up, why are you surprised?
Yeah, because when he just like invited, like to
Yeah,
check it out and
he was just
everything,
invited. Hey, check it out. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll
invited
go.
on the wrong day.
Randy's here. I didn't know they still hated each other. You should have known.
That's another thing. Did Jared know that or no?
I don't think Jared knew. I think he probably thought well they hated each other multiple times throughout their career. What's the big deal?
He probably thought if yeah, I invite Hogan, Randy's here, they see each other, they can be like, okay, you here? Yeah, we down. We're here. We'll make money
Mm,
together here. He should have read the room. He should have asked
and,
some questions.
money wasn't that important to Randy by that point in his life.
I
Hogan,
heard
it
he
was
was always a cheapskate though.
yeah, he was. He's a Jew. I
I
mean,
did actually, I did know that. Not because of him, but because of his brother.
Randy. Oh, Papa, Lanny.
I think he mentioned it, but I didn't. Yeah,
But you know, Jewish cheapskates. They run hand in hand, brother. What do you mean?
there's a couple of them that's horrible money though. What's his name? The producer. I'm trying to think of his name. What is that dude's name? Scott. He made the lean back beat.
Oh shit! I know who you're talking about.
But yeah, he's I guess he's like probably bad. He's probably one of those examples they tell kids during the bar mitzvah, don't be like him. Scott Storch.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then
Yeah,
you got people
he
like Goldberg with the money who just keeps it. Goldberg was rich. He doesn't have to wrestle. He just wrestled for Gage.
but his ego is poor.
His ego is kind of big, kind of big. I wanted to talk about that, but not on Hogan's
Yeah,
farewell
we do another day.
thing.
Yeah.
But
Which in the
Yeah.
future, if when we, with Shaheen and stuff doing a podcast, I want to do it differently, like how you had that video about that comparison with Michaels and MJ. I
Yeah.
think ideas with episodes with like actual subject matters instead of running
Yes.
down.
Yes.
I think that's pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, recaps are good,
Yeah.
but I think yeah,
There's definitely some stuff I would just want to just talk about on a singular basis, just a whole episode uh, around topics
because I
of
think that's the
professional
type of
wrestling.
stuff that would be more likely to get like shared and things of that nature.
Yeah. Actually, those are the highest viewed things on the channel. Just when I talked about the NWO, that's the highest viewed video. Just about the
Mm.
NWO. And I was just that was only like short because I just talked about because it was NWO 29th year this year of NWO.
Oh,
Just
really?
yeah, just last month.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, so but that and I have another idea. I will run by you and Shahid, uh, just because I think it makes sense. But brother, I am going to turn this off. I do want to talk to you when I do get this off,
Okay.
but briefly. But last moment, I just want to say that Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, Terry Gene Bollea, to me, thank you for making wrestling. I'm not going to say great again because it was
Oh no.
because that's horrible. But I am going to say thank you for making wrestling amazing for your time and for my life because you've been wrestling my entire life. Um, no matter what you did as a human being, as a character, Hulk Hogan will live forever, and not just for life, but forever because you and Vince McMahon. And if Vince died today, no matter what he did, he helped make wrestling what it is today, and so did you. You and Vince McMahon together, tag team champions of the world for life. And what are your they
I think it's well said. I think it's the last part I may or may not have omitted, but overall it was perfectly well said. Um, you know, I think everybody's gonna have some, negative moments in life. So I'll ignore all that. Like you said, it's a perfect person to be compared to MJ. There's nobody else that can be argued more. So
and I believe that is fact. I believe that is true. The Michael Jordan of professional wrestling has passed away, whether you like it or whether you don't. Hogan was the man twice in professional wrestling. He was the man in the 80s
yeah,
and he was the man in the 90s. Um, 20 years, hey, Cena didn't draw in Hogan numbers. Never. Uh, and Hogan did it in two different companies. Cena only did it in one. And I will say that the greatest heel turn in professional wrestling belongs to Hulk Hogan, not John Cena. John Cena's was horrible. Thank you, Travis Scott, for ruining what could have been
So
okay.
the moment made it feel like it was going to be comparable, but then as the next, I mean, it was the next time he appeared, it slowly lost steam, and then every time afterwards, it just lost more and more steam to the point where people are now just begging for him to be babyface again.
Exactly. We'd rather see Cody as a heel for a long term than Cena as a babyface for the next few months.
And
Because I think that, and it should have happened a lot earlier. Hogan was only Hulk Hogan for maybe 15 years around that time. When he turned Hollywood, Cena's been Cena for 25 years. Cena should have
we did
turned.
get to see the real Cena heel turn, and that was on Total Divas.
That wasn't a heel turn. That's just John Cena being John Cena. That's John Felix right there, buddy. You don't want him. You,
I remember watch because I didn't watch a lot of Total Divas, and so when I watching like first season, and he was the way he was talking to Brian Danielson, I was like, "So, dude."
well, Danielson did say that a lot of that was just satire, like it wasn't real heat. But Nikki Bella did have to sign a lengthy agreement that she was just a guest in his house, and she had to leave immediately if they broke up.
I think I just seen something about that like yesterday. So it's like some 70-page document she
Hmm.
had to sign. And while I'm sure him and Danielson got along, I do honestly believe the way he felt about Nikki touching his counter was how he really felt about that house.
Oh yeah, I mean, we don't eat here. We go outside. But as somebody who's in bodybuilding culture, I guess John Cena just ordered his meals, like all his meals, because I don't know how he stayed lean and jacked and all without cooking. But I guess when you're rich enough, you don't have to.
Yeah, it also makes me wonder, like, does John Cena did he ever have a normal family life, or does he been so rich so long that he forgot it? Because I've definitely been at home plenty of times and it's like, instead of going and spending money, let's just make some dinner tonight. Like,
Exactly.
and I've
Myself.
never been a responsive.
Hold on, your sound went out, sir.
So I gotta call it. It's crazy I didn't
Okay,
even answer.
you
It's
back.
It's crazy. I didn't even answer.
It's still cutting. Mine does too. That's the reason I don't do it on the phone anymore.
never got that match.
I do it on the computer. But man, uh, Cena, Cena's a heel. Hogan's
Yeah,
a
Hogan and
heel. I
Austin didn't
guess
want that
all
match,
great
but Cena
wrestlers
did.
are heels in real life. We all know Shawn was a dick.
He said
Cena and Hogan,
they
I
wanted the
think
match, but the other guys too busy playing around.
the
So he said
biggest
Hogan
match
and
Hogan
Cena.
would have lost wasn't Cena. It was. I think Hogan could have passed the torch, maybe as
Cena
the
would do
big
whatever he
baby
could to make
face
it
of
work.
Cena. But Hogan and Austin, that was
I know
a
from that match
match
Cena
that
had
was
with Taker
needed.
and Mania that he would have did anything to make sure it
It
happened.
wasn't
Just to
over
say it
good
happened.
enough. Cena understand.
That's fair.
I think
That's
when
fair.
it comes to
Yeah.
money, Cena understands a little bit better than Austin. The character doesn't
I think
matter.
Cena over Hogan because Cena, like you're right about like the significance of Hogan's run and the fact that he did it in two different companies. I'll say in the eyes of a Vince McMahon, John Cena is the
Mm.
greatest WWE superstar ever just because he did
I
everything Vince
mean,
wanted him to do. Hogan got so
by
big
that
where he was
time
bigger
when
than Vince's
Hogan
idea.
was in TNA,
So your
that
opinion
wouldn't
don't.
even have been a
Hogan, Cena
match
looked
because
like that.
Hogan could barely move. I know he would have. Cena would have laid down. Hogan would have
He
just
thinks I
got
think
him
he
with
loves
the
Vince so
boot
much.
and only made it to his midsection, and then Cena still would have sold it. Uh, just to say it happened, which is another notch on John Cena's belt. I think as a
Obviously, we'll talk about
businessman,
later.
John
Cena
Cena
had
might
more
be the
youthful look to
greatest
him.
professional
And
wrestler
I
of
think
all
him and Cena
time.
have a better relationship than Hogan and Vince.
Just as a businessman. Um,
Oh, true.
maybe second, maybe after that it's Hogan because Hogan's ego got in the way of him being there.
Yeah. Mm. No, that lawsuit helped him be
Yes,
self-reliant.
I mean, yeah.
For some reason, he's trying to buy Hooters. I think I'm pretty sure his estate's going to continue
I
with that.
feel the time was different.
Oh, God.
If John Cena would have
You
came
know, Hooters?
along with something
Okay.
comparable to WWE, like an AEW running alongside his career, he would have made the jump. Because Tony has the money to make
Oh,
the
so I used
jump.
to work at
But
BWS just like 3 weeks.
I
And
think
there
also
was
Vince was different.
they did have
Vince
people who
wanted Hogan to leave
they pretty much knew was the kind that would come for like
because he's like,
UFC
hey,
or a football
yo.
game. Order, yeah. And they would
You
do a
also
thing where
have
they
to
would order
think
the
that
guy who
Hogan
would
was
order
in his
like, he
early
only wanted a burger.
40s
Just one burger.
when he
And
was
then
old
or wings in the
to
minimum amount of
Vince.
wings. And then he sit there 4 hours. Just
Which
keep ordering water.
is
Can you refill
no, he
water?
was in
Can
his
you
late
refill water?
30s. He was in his late
Yeah,
30s when he was old to Vince.
he was there for the game.
I think
I
Vince
bought
was
my
a
minimum wings. I'm good. And they would not tip or not tip
Hogan
much.
looked
They sit
old
there for
when.
hours. So but you can't just assume that somebody will do that. You shouldn't do that.
No, that's true. Vince, I don't think Cena looks at it as that he helped build the
He
WWE.
know who this had though.
Hogan looked that he helped build the WWF. The WWE was already a juggernaut when Cena was there. Hogan had been champion 6 times within the
Oh my
WWF
god.
regime, and Cena was we saw Cena in OVW, down the street, man. Cena grew up watching Hogan. Hogan didn't grow up watching anybody that made as much money as him.
Yeah.
You know, nobody was bought $1 million house. Bruno Sammartino wasn't buying $1 million house.
So you could be done for it.
You
Cause
know,
and
at the end
the
at the
TikTok time, they used
end
to do
of
oh my god, free market.
superstar Billy Graham's life,
On 6th Street.
he was struggling.
That used to be really fun.
There was a
And a
GoFundMe.
lot of
I'm
people would
pretty
do
sure
it.
there's not going to be a
It was a nice
GoFundMe for
little,
Hulk Hogan.
convention kind of people just there. And people be selling stuff. It was pretty dope.
The lawsuit helped him for life, but then after
Yes,
that he did
yes.
businesses. The beach shop.
Yes. There was
He has
also
2
was there
beach
doing that.
shops.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
There
when
was a guy,
this
drug dealer
one
harassing
opens
me
down in
and my friend
Tennessee,
James
if
was
it still
there.
opens, I'll be down
Yeah,
there.
James' dad came to pick us up, and while we were waiting on him to come get us, this drug dude goes, "So what are you doing here?" We're like, "What? We here to watch wrestling, like just like everybody else." He says, "I own this place."
They're gonna
He was drunk out of his mind.
they're
He
gonna
was
have
threatening to take us out of the spot that he owned. But
Hogan's
there was hundreds
Hooters.
of other people at. He just had a problem
you
with us.
know,
I don't know.
I'll go. I
I
won't
didn't
eat the
want to go to
chicken,
conclusion,
but I.
especially on who honored right now.
You know, I did when I watched wrestling there,
But see,
but I had a
I
bad
still think,
experience
and I know you
there,
feel different. I feel like if you met Hogan, he'd give you
and it
the
wasn't
treatment.
from the
Oh, hey,
food;
brother,
it was
thanks for being
from
Hulkamania.
the
Maybe he'll feel
weights.
some way behind the scenes, but I still think in public, I think he'd shake your hand, take a picture
I
with
was
you.
there to watch wrestling because that's the only reason I
Yeah,
went there.
I
People
honestly
was
do
it
believe
was
that.
me and my friends, and me and my friends and my
But,
ex-wife,
and
and
since that
my
was
ex-wife and
the
her
thing, it didn't bother me. What did bother me,
friend, they would
and I guess
go
I should
all
have
the time,
expected, was when
and
he
but they
started
wouldn't tip,
gifting
so
openly
they just
to,
figured
like,
I wouldn't tip
and
either.
like, that's the stuff that bothered me. Because one, you always say you don't feel this way, you don't, but then you probably around with people who, yeah, and that's just like, wait a minute, man, like, so that did hurt me. I'm not gonna lie. And it shouldn't have, but it did for me. I just shouldn't have. But,
But wouldn't give any money.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd be upset.
yeah.
Oh, he didn't even get a drink. Oh God. Could at least got us. He could at least got us diet soda.
I think he'll get on True Social and he'll say something. I think. I don't, but you
Damn,
know what? He may not. I mean,
that's
not
true.
because he will just
That's
say,
true.
I know you've been watching his, he's currently under fire with this
Yeah,
Esteban
because
thing.
they.
Which, why did it take so long for people to start questioning about his association with this guy that we knew he was friends with? We knew he was friends.
She said it. She said it to me. And that made me mad.
Because
She
I think
said
this
it
is a
because my buddy, he got a hot dog.
pre-politician.
He
He
didn't
wasn't
even
just
get
like
wings. He
a
got a hot
media
dog,
personality.
and
He
then
was the cool guy that was around ladies, that was in the media, that
I
was,
didn't either
that
until
was,
he
that was
ordered
like
it.
his, yeah, that was his
So
character, was his
he
persona,
ordered
man.
his
His
hot dog,
$30 playboy.
and the hot dog
But
came back, and I'm like, all
but
right,
the way the
brother.
gospel scene Bruce Wayne, the way, that's
So
what
the
I
hot
mean,
dog was
Bruce Wayne how we
$5. He
see him
gave
in the
a,
show. Bruce Wayne how
and
the
it
people
was
in Gotham
with
see him.
change. It was like it was something I forgot, but
What
so
do you say?
he gave us $6. So therefore, she's like, hey,
Well, CM Punk said
do
that.
you want your
If CM
change
Punk
back?
said that,
She
then
said it because she felt like, yeah, whatever. He said yes, and she went off.
I'm gonna go see that kid.
And then she was like, I hear you. So, and then I was like, hey, I was like, I only come here once a month. What do you mean? She said, y'all come here every week. I said, she might,
Mm.
but just because we together don't mean we go. Because I have a job. What do you mean? I don't come there every time. And
Well,
you
Punk
know,
said
they
that. I
were
mean,
just,
I'm not surprised.
it was a very heated debate. So I ended up giving her like $40, you know, and a tip on, and the bill was $40 in the first place. So, ma'am, you got a 100% tip just to prove it. Like, hey, that ain't, you don't know who I am. But I said I'm not coming back here ever again. So I ordered pay-per-views from then on. I said, all right, I'll just order me a pay-per-view because I want to spend $40 to eat this meal anyway. I can spend $40 at my house, and then
You missed out on some money by not co-signing a deal with some vitamin company.
yeah,
He could just did some kid vitamins. I mean, look how good the Flintstone vitamin. Oh, he did? Okay, okay. 'Cause I'm like, okay. I didn't know. It's just weird. I know
yeah,
Flintstones, like, we don't even, no disrespect, we don't even watch the show no more, but they still selling vitamins and cereal.
I can see that. I can see
And
that.
it's so good
The
that I
flea
don't
market
even
is
think about the show
always
when I think about the
a
cereal or
cool
the vitamins.
place to go. You can always see a rowdy bunch. Back when they used to have Expo 5
Yeah.
there,
And you watch the show, they're not even,
and
they're not even on the show. That's
The
big.
ICP, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I believe it. I believe it.
Oh, you never know? Okay. I mean, it's funny. I stopped buying comic books when I had my first kid. Well, I had a whole list and wrote it down for some reason. And it was,
What?
the whole list started getting high, like $50 a month and stuff. And it was mainly because I was a newbie at comics and I was doing all things that, I think Avengers vs. X-Men was out. And I said, well, hey, if you read that, you should watch you should read the
This
crossover book.
y'all,
And I was like,
it's
I
these
guess.
darkies.
And then some of the stuff was just like,
Over
some of
in
the
this
fights that
corner.
happened in Avengers vs. X-Men, you got more detail. I didn't need it. And so by adding all this stuff, along with all the other things I was reading
Yeah.
Batgirl, Nightwing, I wanted to
It's the
Batman,
black
and
people. I
I
mean,
was like, this is
hey,
really fun.
Hogan would have took the money, brother. He wouldn't have kicked us out. You know.
And I think if I would have kept on, like, it would have been there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I am going to get back in. I don't know if I'm going to get books, but I'm definitely like comicsology. I gotta get back in. So.
I think he can keep up appearances. Honestly,
Oh, like I want to, but
I
I'm just
mean,
like, not
could
really
keep
keep
up
up. That's
appearances.
what I'm
Rest in
saying.
peace. It's gonna get some. You're gonna get some
Or I can just wait
getting
to
used
get
to seeing Hulk
trades
Hogan
for some
ain't
Batman
alive
and stuff like
anymore. But
that. I can wait. And that's how he got me a roll of the die. But some of the stuff like I could have read without getting that continuation, and everything
Yeah.
was fine. And then the way things are done now, like they make it where they want you. Because I was time I read Batman, it was where it was like quarterly hours, and there were certain things, part of the story that was just like happening in Nightwing.
They
And it's just like,
obviously
why
feel
would you
this
just
way
put this in
because
that?
they openly feel this way.
And then
I
so,
felt like it didn't surprise me. It didn't say it didn't surprise me because Trump's a Hulkamaniac. And I don't mean a Hulkamaniac. I don't mean just as he likes Hulk Hogan. I mean he likes Terry Bollea because they hung
yeah, sure.
out. Trump, Terry WrestleMania wouldn't have been successful if Trump wasn't there for some of those later years, those early years when they had to, hey, I need a discount on a venue. I got you, Vince.
Oh man,
I
the
know
game was
you'll
hard.
make the money back. You know,
He came Bischoff though. No, okay, yeah. Still feel like six, like he gave him legitimacy. Oh, man. As kids, I thought they were equally cool, but I look back now and it's a lot of weird like dick jokes and stuff. While NWO was just like cool dudes who wanted to beat you up, and DX is like they wanted to fight sometimes, but after they really wanted to do the dick jokes, like yeah, like and when Triple H really wanted to fight, he turned on all of them. Yeah, yeah. So, um, like you said, he's one of the greatest. Personal feelings aside, even with personal feelings, I never fully hated him. Because it's hard to. I get more disappointed than anything. But overall, he's still Hogan. I still remember going to SmackDown and seeing Vince put his blood in the pen to sign his name on the contract. Like that's and being shocked as a kid, and then being extra hyped when they put that in SmackDown. So I was there. I wanted little pixels like that. That's nice. Oh, I forgot you said that you lost her in high school. I don't think I've been able to. Okay. Mm, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I have a third grade picture of me and NWO shirt. I need to go find that. You did. I mean, I have NWO gear at home. I do, but like that one was during the Wolfpack heyday. Anyway, that one came to my mind. Oh man. R.I.P. Hogan, man.